Welcome to episode 2 of the shoulder series, where flexibility is gained, not given. We're going to kick this off with one of my favorite stretches of all time. This exercise is called the step back stretch. This is one of the best exercises to stretch out your overhead elevation of both your arms. So Laura's standing at the counter, and what she's going to do is she's going to slowly step back as she leans forward until she feels a good stretch in her shoulders. She's going to come down just till she feels a pretty good stretch just right there. Typical hold time is anywhere between 10 to 20 seconds, and then come on back up, Laura. Perfect. So we usually do a couple repetitions of that just until you feel nice and stretched out. So this next exercise is called a counter external rotation stretch. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep our elbow in line with our shoulder, bent right about there, and then having this nice and relaxed, Laura's just going to gently lean forward until she feels a great stretch, kind of the anterior capsule of her shoulder. Feel that? Mm-hmm. Perfect. And then come on back up. That easy. So this next stretch is the round blade stretch. This is a fantastic exercise to stretch those posterior chain muscles in your shoulders, as well as just really open up your mid-back. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit with your arms crossed on either side of your knees, and then you're gently going to kind of bring your knees apart till you feel a big stretch kind of right through this mid-back area. So this next one is called the sleeper stretch. Now this is one of my favorite stretches to give with anything like impingement syndrome, or just to really work on that reaching behind the back motion. So what Laura's going to do is she's going to bring her bottom arm out just how it is. She's going to place her top arm on her wrist, and then she's gently going to push her wrist down towards the top of her hip that's on the table until she feels a very gentle stretch. Go ahead and let that relax. And we're going to try a couple more repetitions. Perfect. And this very last stretch is called an open book stretch. This is a great stretch for your pecs as well as for your rotational component of your thoracic spine. So what Laura's going to do is, starting in position with her arms together, she's going to slowly bring one arm over towards the other side of the table and try to get her shoulder blades to touch at opposite end, and she's going to feel an amazing stretch in her entire upper quarter. Great. So that wraps up episode 2 of the shoulder series. Thank you again for joining us. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe our page. And if you feel it would be beneficial, share with your friends and family. We're very excited to see you next week, Friday at 9 a.m. for episode 3, my 5 favorite injury prevention exercises for the shoulder.